not tense, but like he's very scared, Jared.
Yeah, he is.
And he said he's going to talk to you before the end of the day.
Me?
And I just said, look, it's not about a move that takes you out. It's just, can't you see it from their point of view that why should they take out someone that wants you over taking out someone that wants both of them?
Mm-hmm.
You can't expect one
really
to do the other. No, he's not mad. He just said it's not. He said the whole house will be divided again, and it's not what the plan was moving forward.
We didn't really have a plan for this week. 2 people went up on the block because of how the gummy bears voted, and the 2 people that are up on the block for the whole, we're all working
And then
together. We all
veto
have
was
common,
played,
we all
like-
have common goals, yes, but the 2 people that are up on the block, they're 2 big personalities, and the one person is going after 2 people, one half of the group, one person's going after the other half of the group. So it's not anything personal towards you.
Exactly. That's what I said. I go, I think it's more like, I said it's not
tried.
about the whole house sticking together this week. I said it's like there's 2 equal groups, and they both have their right to want what they want. And so talk to each other.
I'm still on the fence. When he talked to me, saying, I still don't know what I'm doing. I'm most likely
Well,
going to
that's
vote
what
out
I said. I
Dallas.
said it might end up being a case of, yeah.
I said I'm most likely voting out Dallas. However, I do need to think of what's best, look at the
I
situation.
think we set it up to be a tie. And then the last minute before the votes, in a room, alone with Ramsey, we say, Ramsey, it will be a tie. I'll be in there and I'll say, I will vote Maddy out. We just want to give you the courtesy because you'll still be in the game. Regardless, will you vote?
For theatrical reasons and for great TV, I really want it to be a tie and not even tell Ramsey because it'll be hilarious. You get up there and say, you're a spoiled brat. I think I play a game where I keep strong competitors. Maddy, you're out. That'd be hilarious. However,
And I will do that.
However, if you tell Ramsey right before, he's going to switch his vote and vote with us. He's going to vote Maddy out.
It just means that next week they'll go for him.
Which is smart, and that's why it's like we have to do that because I was thinking about it here. If we can vote with them, that way they're not going to actually really be.
They will be in you.
So we do need to tell Ramsey before.
Yeah.
For game move, yes, we have to tell him before. But right.
Just like out of respect.
Literally, no offense, but what Levita did to you when I was up on the block, literally had you in this bedroom, and they were saying everyone to the living room. That's when we have to tell him. When they're calling people to the living room.
Pretty much.
No chance to talk to anyone. He has to come straight down and sit down in the living room. When they call us to the living room, that's when you got to tell him.
Yeah.
Pull him aside.
And if he still decides to vote for Maddy, it means that we told him that was his choice. It's not a blindside on his part. We can say to him in that heat of the moment, mate, we can explain all this afterwards, but this is what's going to happen. Tim, if it comes to a tie, Tim is sending Maddy home.
Right.
So you have the choice now. Do you want to vote with us or not? We don't mind because it's not going to affect the result. It's going to affect how you're perceived next week.
Right.
What do you think about? I was going to ask you about it this morning, Joel, but I thought, you probably will know. I didn't want to be the one to sort of say this is what's happening because. Yeah.
I think it's too bad because I think from what I heard, if Dallas staying will have Jared just be like, you know what, I'm done with the group, so he's just going to stay loyal to Mitch.
The 3.
At the same time,
It's just.
If you go with them, it's not going to change anything, and they're still going to be higher up.
Exactly. They're basically a new 3.
They're another issue.
And as soon as we take out Raul, Jared will come. And Jared might take out Dallas in the process. And then we have that middle group that we always wanted. That's the plan. It's just happening in a different order.
We need to get some of those people to make sure that
Exactly.
Mitch will be low, because then he'll be on options.
Exactly. He'll have to. Yep. Exactly.
Because right now he probably sees it as, when Kelsey went out, he went up to number 3 and he didn't have to do anything, so he's still a piece, and that's
Yep.
And I think for him, he's looking down the road and he's covered all bases right
Mhm.
now.
Yeah.
He's somebody
Someone
who,
has-
if he goes into a Final Three situation or a Final Four situation if he goes into a Final Three with a Jared and Raul will probably take him because they have a really good relationship. And Jared and him hang out all the time now.
Yeah.
They work out together. They go. So the way he sees it, he's really tight with them, but at the same time, he's very careful with the way he talks when it comes to strategy talks. He subtly throws out some stuff, but he never says like, "Oh, you know what? I don't get mad if this happens." You know?
I know I probably shouldn't be saying this, but as far as the group goes, I think Mitch goes up long before anyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't make anyone do that, but that would be a
If I went
smart
into it, she would.
That's why he wants to take Dallas up because he knows that he's higher up on Dallas's pecking. He knows that he's not number 1 or 2, maybe even not number 3, but he's probably maybe number 3 or number 4.
So what we're worried about is that it will make Jared and Mitch think that we're all mobilised together.
Yeah.
We can't let them think that. We need to tell them different reasons for why we voted this way. My reason is the truth. That I sat down and thought about it and I didn't win Big Brother because I voted out all the strongest players. In fact, the opposite. I kept the strong players in the game because it made the game more fun, more interesting, and that's the integrity that I want to still play with, is that Dallas, I think, deserves to be in the game. Maddy is ungrateful. She doesn't even know how to play the game. She is like disrespectful to people that have given her an option. Like, she has had alliances that she's voted against.
Yeah.
I do not respect that at this point in the game.
No.
So, and I'm happy to say that on the block. If they say, if it is a tie, I have a speech prepared that's going to, I think the boys, Jared and Raul, can't argue with. And if they want to, then fine. Vote me up. Put me up.
Be careful because at this point he's taking his own grave. He is in a great position with us even after this. He's just being so emotional right now and he's taking this so personally. If we don't vote his way, it's like we're going against him.
Well, the good
and
thing
he's
about
not
Dallas is
seeing.
that Dallas is not afraid of Jared. Jared is afraid of Dallas.
I think so, yeah.
So we're in a good position in that regard.
For me, I'm just going to say what I didn't tell Mitch either because Mitch had a long talk with me in India earlier today. And I told him I'm still not sure which way I'm going to go, but I said, look, for me, my main concerns, and I think it doesn't make any sense for me to sway away from this, but when the vote comes down and everything, I'll just tell Mitch, look, Maddy took out somebody who I was really close with, who I didn't have a reason to go against. Everybody else did, like I told everybody, but I didn't have a reason to go against that. And at the same time, I was more worried about, the fact that I don't know where Maddy is lying, and I could just accidentally bump into her and she might put me on the block.
That's what I keep saying. She's like a loaded gun. It's like she's holding a loaded gun that doesn't know how to
use
aim.
it.
Doesn't know how to use it.
Yeah.
That's the metaphor for me.
So
she doesn't know the game. She's not playing Big Brother.
So I'm gonna stick to that, and also I told him my main concern because he was kind of proposing that me and him go the opposite way and make it 5-3 and for Dallas to leave, but I didn't. I told him I'm not sure which way I'm going, but I'm like it makes no sense to me.
The truth is that yes, we don't want Maddy coming after any of us. If it means that Dallas staying, he goes after and breaks up that 3, then that's a plus. That's not what we're doing it for. It's to take someone who's, for me, ungrateful out of the game. I don't want any option when Maddy's at the finish line.
And at the same time, I also mentioned to Mitch, another concern of mine is Raul. I think he would personally hold something against me, and at the same time, I don't know how to talk with him, and I was very clear with Mitch, I don't know I don't understand. I don't know if it's just a language barrier thing, but when he talks strategy with me, he's very vague about how he says it, and that leaves me a little bit
I
on edge,
agree.
whereas Dallas is very specific, and that puts me when I want somebody to offer me up something, I want somebody to say, I won't put you up, I won't backdoor you, and that's it. I don't like it when somebody just makes it a gray area and says, I'll look after you, or I'll offer you security. That doesn't mean anything. That to me is like a fine print that says, oh well, I thought I could keep you safe, but I couldn't.
Oh yeah.
guys,
I tried.
You know,
I
it's a
don't
way
know
to get out of it.
why, once again, I feel like Jared thinks that this whole us turning against him and us voting a different way than him, I masterminded it, because that's what he pretty much said.
No, he doesn't know whether it's you or the brothers. And I said, look, Icky's in the same boat, Joel's in the same boat. I said, it's not. Because they're like, oh, I thought we had it clear. Everyone was going to vote Maddy out. And I'm like, no, I don't think that ever was the plan.
No, yeah.
Like, originally it was Dallas
just
and
assumed.
Ramsey's block. Like,
You just assumed that. And when he was talking to me, I feel like he was implying that's just a girl thing. You're just voting against you because, you know,
they
that's
can't.
stupid. They don't see it.
They're really ignorant to think that the same fear that they're saying you guys are being unreasonable about, you're being unreasonable, Maddy's not going to come and get you.
Yeah.
We can say to them, you're being unreasonable, Dallas isn't going to come and get you.
But at the same time, in the scenario with Jared or Raul, Rowan's head of household, come tomorrow, then Dallas is, I think, for sure going up from their side, and then somebody else. And they're going to want, if after a veto and everything like that, it stays the same, they're going to want Dallas out, and Dallas will go. If it's you and Dallas, Dallas will go. If it's you and Dallas, Dallas will go. If it's me and Dallas, I would think Dallas would go. Am I
That's
right?
the thing, and that's how we can explain it to them. That Dallas can go next week.
And that's protection.
He can go next week.
And that's protection.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
And that buys
agree.
us more time.
Whereas if it's Maddy against any of us, or Maddy against one of them, she may not go next week if we don't take her out this week.
Right. And the further she gets along for, like if she goes and if she stays for another couple of weeks or so, more people, exactly, more people are going to be thinking to themselves, you know what, Maddy has pissed off everybody.
Absolutely.
She's had no strategy, no game whatsoever. She did not, even though she thinks she made a big move, it's not a big move.
It was a terrible move.
I hate going Sabrina's in game.
You're going
No, Sabrina was good. Sabrina was very good.
Well, she was.
I think you know.
Anyways, like that's for us. That's one person that's going to fill a spot. That's one person that's going to fill a spot in the final two. If she goes another 2 weeks, if she stays another couple of weeks or so, everybody's going to want to pull her along.
And for jury as well, I think unless we throw Dallas under the bus after this move, we've pretty much got Dallas's vote in a jury vote because of this week.
Right.
Yeah.
It's been a massive turnaround, and
he's going to have to win all the way down the road to stay in this game.
Yeah, and it's a one-time deal we're making with him this week. It's not, we won't ever put you up.
Right.
But for him, it's...
He needs to do stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.